Hello, JCI USA. Welcome to Leadership Live. We are joined with our Deputy National President, Jay Johnson. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, dear?
Great. Most of the XCOM just got off of a great trip to Tennessee. We were at their year-end convention, and then we had such a great weekend with them. They showed us such great Southern hospitality. So we only felt that it was perfect for us to bring them on since they did, as soon as we got back, they were hit with some devastating tornadoes. So I would love to take this opportunity. I know it wasn't scheduled in the show, but as JC work goes, I would love to kind of bring them in and let everyone know how they can help. Because I know a lot of people have been asking how we can help our friends in Tennessee. So I'm going to bring in President Hannah, and then we'll bring in Brent also. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
So how's it going in Tennessee? I know it's not the best of times right now.
Yeah, it's difficult for especially our chapters in Middle Tennessee because they were the hardest hit. Our Cookeville chapter, thankfully everyone in the chapter is okay, but the community has really suffered from that devastating storm that came through.
Yeah, and Cookeville is my home chapter, so we're directly in the impact of it all.
Sorry, I'm in my car.
It's
So
still
the Cookeville JCs are jumping into action like we do as JCs and are setting up, they have a Venmo set up. You can Venmo donations to Venmo at Cookeville, Putnam County Tornado. Or you can simply text Cookeville Help to 41444.
Cookeville Help 4144.
yes.
3 4s on the end. 41444.
And we've got a flyer made for you, Miranda.
Okay.
If you can, after the call, post this flyer for us, it will.
And as far as like,
she can't hear you.
She
Sorry.
can't hear, can she?
No, I had the same problem one night when we had it's something with mobile. When there's 4, we can't hear. It's okay, Hannah. I couldn't
am I
hear
talking
you.
over him? Oh my gosh.
It's fine. I couldn't hear one time either. I was
Okay.
talking all over MVP Danielle.
Okay, so let Brent take it away.
Thank you, President Hannah. So like I was saying, Cookeville is my home chapter. So it's been kind of a wild last 2 to 3 days here. It's good to have a sense of community and a lot of support. We greatly appreciate it because this was something that was not anticipated at all. A lot of lives, 18 lives here in the Putnam County area were lost. That includes like 4 children in that account. So personal friends that I worked with at the bank, whenever I worked at the bank like 10 years ago, 2 of my friends there passed away in this. So it is a rough time, but we're doing the best we can. And like President Hannah said, the Cookeville JCs, along with the Tennessee JCs, and with the national entity, it's time for us to do an act. We made up a flyer with the help of MVP Margot, and I have to give a shout out to her. I have to give a shout out to Liz, one of our members, and also Sarah, one of our members, who put this just a one-sheeter together. So that we've got tons of people asking, how can we help? How can we participate? How can we help you guys make a difference? What do you need? There's a lot of information on here. So I'm not going to read it verbatim. Just some hygiene items that is needed is like shampoo, conditioner, soap, lotions, a lot of baby items. So anything you can think of that's baby, we need them. Canned foods, of course, sanitary wipes, disinfectant, batteries, flashlights, even first aid kits, like the traveler size first aid kits. A lot of people have been using those as well. But we're also working out something with Amazon where people can go on Amazon, click on our list, and then it would actually be shipped to a storage here in Cookeville. So the biggest thing that we asked you to do is if you do decide to go that route, put hashtag JC's Care 2020 on the receipt. You can just hit gift and you can just type that in hashtag JC's Care 2020 because we like to keep up with that. So I appreciate everybody that's reached out to us and showed us a loving arm. You guys have really shown that you are family, and we greatly appreciate it.
All right, President Hannah, he's through talking now.
Okay.
Did you want to give that number again or anything you wanted to add?
Yeah. I just want to thank everybody in JCI USA for reaching out immediately to see like what could we do to help. From my standpoint as president, I feel that my state is very supported, and I just really want to thank you guys for that. Again, if you have Venmo, you can Venmo donations to Cookeville, Putnam County Tornado, or you can text Cookeville Help to 41444. And again, thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts for reaching out and doing whatever it is that you can to help.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
Brent, if you want to drop that information in the comments over here to the right so that the viewers can see.
It's a lot of information.
Just the Venmo help.
Okay.
And the text number. I was trying to get it, but I wasn't fast enough.
Gotcha. And our little local chapter went and bought these. What these are basically lunch boxes that we're going to drop off to the local schools so they can put canned foods and send them with kids that are missing things. So every little bit helps. It really does. So anything like that you can think of, we would greatly appreciate it.
Great. All right. Well, we hope we will get y'all some help set up soon, and we will definitely put the word out for everything. So thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, President Hannah. I know it was crazy awkward because I've been there before, not being able to hear anything.
It's all right. Thank you for having us on. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right. So, how does it feel to be Deputy National President? Hitting you with the hard stuff.
Yeah, right. Starting off real quick. Before we even get into that, I just want to say one of the things that I love about our JCI network is just whenever something like this occurs, that you know that you've got an entire country of people that are behind you, that are with you, that would drop everything that they were doing just to make sure that you were okay. And I don't know of any other I belong to a lot of different organizations, both professionally and from, different non-governmental entities and things like that. And there's no other network that I know that's like this one, where all of a sudden just the entire country mobilizes behind you when something like that happens. So I'm super proud of our JCI USA network, and I am incredibly proud to be the Deputy National President of said network. So this year has been amazing, working with some very, very talented individuals at the executive level, but also at the state level and all the way down to the local chapter level for the members that I've gotten to interact with. It's been a real honor.
It has been a great start to a good year. I feel like we're going to do great things this year.
Certainly.
So you have started rolling out some new programs for us as well, right?
Yes. So I've been hard at work this year and trying to, one of my roles as the deputy national president is to look at the strategic long-term plan. And one of the things that I wanted us to be able to do is to offer our members more opportunities and more benefits. When you join this amazing network of young active citizens, you're joining a global network. And one of the things that you're joining for is to be provided development opportunities. So wherever you are in life, whatever you're doing, getting the opportunity to come into the organization should be giving you tools so that way you can be successful in whatever that is. And one of the big ones that I'm excited to announce here for the first time uh, on live TV is the Academy and JCI USA. We've been able to establish a partnership with the Business for Business Academy. It's the B4B Academy, and we as JCI members, all in JCI USA, will have free access to the B4B Academy, which is it's an entire network, and it was built by a friend of mine out of Australia, but it's an entire network essentially for training and development for anybody that's in the entrepreneurial space or professional space. It's got training videos. It has podcasts, exclusive podcasts. It has how-tos on virtually any kind of technology that you can imagine. So anything from Slack to Venmo to a handful of those other technologies, step-by-step how-to processes to use them, along with videos for motivation and social media and leadership and you name it. So if you are a member of JCI USA, uh, this is going to be an absolutely free resource for you. If you're not a member of JCI USA, this is something that costs $79 a month in order to be a part of.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so talk about return on your investment for your membership dollars. Ultimately, your membership into JCI USA is going to be getting you essentially a $960 value annually by getting into this academy.
Right. So let's see, we've got some. Okay, so this is all about the tornado stuff, and
Yep.
I don't know how to. It's not letting me copy and paste it over here. We'll have to get the links to you. It's typing into the other chat that only we can see for some reason. It won't let him flip over. But we will get that information out, unfortunately. So we will get the Amazon list out, Heather, and as soon as we can post it. But so American Academy this year, it was a brand new thing as well.
So the North American Academy was launched this year. We knew that we wanted to kind of take a look at the leadership. We've always done the leadership training university for local chapter presidents or local officers, local members. And with Justin having gone to the Japan Academy and my experience last year at the international level as part of JCI, we got to see what these academies all over the world are doing. So there's an amazing one that's done out of Europe. It's inspirational. They've been doing the European Academy for quite some time. And, all of the people that I had been working with last year were coming out of it and saying, oh my gosh, this changed my life. It was just one of the most amazing experiences ever. I was so empowered by it. I went home and I started my own business, or I went home and I changed my job and I did this and I did this and all these things I never thought I could do. And I was like, we need something like that here in JCI USA.
Right.
And, when Justin and I got to talk, it was something that we were like, yeah, let's take a shot at this and see what we can come up with. So we launched our first North American Academy this year, and it was a huge success. We had almost 70 participants with people from South America, from Europe, from Asia, from you name it. So we had some international delegates that participated with us. And, we had that same experience. We had members that were leaving saying that this was a life-changing experience for them, that they were so empowered that they got to, when they got home, they went and took on that task that they never thought that they would take on. And even now, they're still communicating back and forth just how empowered they were by the experience. And that's one of my favorite things ever to see as a JCI member.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all did to my chapter president, but I think it was Sunday afternoon. I was cleaning out the garage and she calls and she's like crying. I was like, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Yes, I'm just having the best weekend." And I'm trying to calm her down, but she was just super empowered, and she's just at that point where she was crying, and she's like, "Thank you for making me calm." And I was like, "No, I just gave you the push. Like, you had it in you. You wanted to go." So, but she did make some great friendships, and she was, from what I hear, adopted by a lot from Michigan and Illinois as well. So,
Absolutely. Much like you.
yeah, I know she might be following in my footsteps. So we'll see.
Yeah. So that's one of the exciting things about Academy is that, and part of the experience is we don't it's like if you attend the European Academy and much like our North American Academy now, if you attend it, you're essentially promising that you're not sharing everything that happened there. You can talk about how empowering it was or what the experience was, but part of it is letting go and getting outside of your comfort zone. So while we won't talk about all of the different things that happened there, I mean, the skill sets and the empowerment that occurs is truly it's designed to really get people to say, there's nothing in this world that we can't do, especially together.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else exciting do we have in store?
I got so excited about the Academy, I didn't even actually give the link to that. So
Oh,
if you are a JCI USA member, you can go to jciusa.academy/empower, and that'll get you to the B4B Academy. You can create an account there, and you'll be able to log in and immediately access all those amazing training videos, the podcasts, the tutorials. There's actually there's a like a almost like a feed, just like Facebook, and there's different content that's popped in there all the time. There's groups that you can join or that you can be a part of. So that is jciusa.academy/empower. If you just go to the jciusa.academy, it's going to try to charge you the $79 a month. So for members, /empower is the critical piece, and then you will have access to this.
okay. So Brent just sent this over. So I'm going to try and share it in the thing. And I may have did the wrong, might be a backslash. No, I guess that would be a /. Yeah. So I put the link for the Academy in the comments over here. I know you can't see the comments on a mobile device, but so that is how you can help with the Cookeville JCs. And we will, as soon as we get off of here, I will post it on the Facebook page as well, and Instagram and Twitter and all of that good stuff. So I really don't know how well y'all can see that right now with our faces on here too, but we will get that posted ASAP.
Great.
So, anything else that y'all have in y'all's magic bag of tricks?
Well, the last thing, and the last thing that I'm excited to kind of share right now is we have been doing a lot of work to revamp and sort of update the Leadership Fellows program. So for
Yes.
any of you JCI USA members that are interested in the newly revised Leadership Fellows program third cohort, we are going to be putting out applications probably as early as Monday of next week. So that way, if you want to be one of the part of this cohort of new 10 leaders at the younger level of our organization to get the development opportunities to move up in this organization, we'll be putting that application out as early as next Monday.
Nice. That's
Yeah, that's pretty
exciting.
exciting.
That's a super, I mean, the bond that the fellows have that I've seen the past couple of years is one of those that, I mean, it's one of those, it's almost like the JC best friend bonds that you have that are made usually at the pub, but these are the more professional kind.
Yeah, no, our current fellows, our current cohorts are outstanding. So there's some great leaders in those groups, and in our inaugural cohort that started in 2018, and the one that launched last year, they're just some amazing leaders, and I think that there's going to be some great things that come out of come out of those cohorts. So, always looking forward to the third cohort who, will enjoy some pretty unique opportunities, including if you join into the JCI USA Fellows, you'll have a spot for yourself at the North American Academy in the following year, as well as when you get to your second year, you're going to have a leadership project that you'll be doing with a group of people to really kind of transform and make a huge positive impact on the organization or across the nation. So pretty exciting stuff.
Now, in the fellows, they usually they're big helping hand at conventions and such. They're always like they put on a lot of the morning shows. I know the one that we just left, they put on. Didn't they put on both of those, or at least
Yeah.
one of them?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it was pretty fun too. They had the
yeah,
games and it was really engaging and really entertaining. So they did a great job with that.
they did. So yeah, but well, I don't guess Adam is going to be out of his meeting after all. Do you know anything that we can pass on about the cruise?
Well, I don't, unfortunately, don't have too much on the logistical side. I know that it's going to be an amazing JCI USA event. It's a no miss event for sure. Um, I know that let's address it because I know that there were some people that were concerned about the coronavirus and everything else like that. And I think it's important that we're transparent. The leadership has been in communications with the cruise line to make sure that everybody's going to be safe. They've reassured us that they have taken all kinds of precautions as well as a lot of different, they've taken a lot of different precautions as well as they continue to monitor anything like that. So there's no worries on that front right now, but there is people that are taking a look and keeping an eye on that to make sure that our members remain safe and that it'll be an amazing opportunity. So I know the agenda was just recently put out, and it looks like there's some just wonderful opportunities that are going to be given to the members on the cruise. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on a gigantic boat here pretty soon.
So are you basically telling me that there's no chance that I'm going to get stranded in the Bahamas for like 6 weeks as opposed to one day?
I'm not making any promises.
I was trying to look at it as the cup half full.
If I had Serena in one ear, I'm not going to make any guarantees on behalf of JCI USA that we will not be able to uphold. So, that wouldn't be all that terrible to be stuck in
I
the
wouldn't
Bahamas.
think it would.
So,
I might not have, any money to pay for my light bill and stuff because I wouldn't go to work for 6 weeks, but
sure. No, but as of right now, they said that, the risk is very minimal and it's not a concern. So that's a good thing.
Well, I know that Adam is excited to tell us about some really great things that they do have planned. I think he's going to try and get on the show next week if he couldn't make it this week. And Michael, I'm going to answer your question. I am super excited about Boyne, and I'm super excited about my first JC trip this year that I will. And y'all do say there might be some snow, but there's not going to. There was even snow in Tennessee. It snowed in Tennessee last weekend.
It's chasing you, Miranda.
Everywhere I have traveled since December, there has been snow.
So are you going to Boyne?
I am going to Boyne. I know you won't be there though, right? You're going to be in Minnesota.
I'll be with JCI Minnesota that weekend.
Yeah.
So
I was going to go there first because they're my state. So I was going to go there, but then they said that they were going to bring me in during the summer, which I appreciate. Because anything to get out of the Mississippi heat in the summer will be great. Nice. Yeah. So
well, Boyne Mountain and Boyne holds a very special place in my heart. It was actually one of my very first conferences as a JCI Michigan member, and it's just a beautiful area. You have these lovely condos, and people kind of bounce back and forth between them. You'll have a wonderful time.
It'll technically be my very first conference as a for real JCI Michigan member.
Oh, that's awesome.
Remember, I tried to get you pied in the face.
Yes, I do remember that very much.
Actually, my chapter president did call me tonight wanting to invite me to a meeting. I was like, I might be a little late.
I have a couple of things that I might have to do, but I'll try to be there for sure.
But yes, I am super excited to see a different part of Michigan. the two cities that I've been in were absolutely beautiful. Even Detroit. I mean, it's nothing like on television.
Nope.
I mean, I just thought it was going to look like 8 Mile all over the city, and it doesn't. It was absolutely beautiful where we stayed. So
That was a big part of the reason why we wanted to do the conference, was to kind of share some of the unique culture that you can find in Detroit, and it's not as bad as the media would say that it is.
it was the cleanest big city that I've ever been to. So, and coming from, I mean, we live in New Orleans, and New Orleans is really gross, but Detroit was not. And you look at it on TV, I mean, of course, the news shows Detroit's bankrupt, and
Yeah, it's
it
a
was
little
beautiful.
sensational.
Yeah, it was beautiful, but hey, whatever sells newspapers and stuff, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, all right.
So
So
how are you how is your year? How are you enjoying yourself?
I am actually really enjoying, because I love meeting all the people, right? Because if there's a stranger within 20 feet of me, they're going to be my new best friend. And I am extremely happy about meeting local level chapter members and having them reach out to me. And my advisor, Crystal, she told me something. She was like, you don't know anything until you leave your own state. And I have found that to be true, because the same thing that even within my own state, if I can tell my state president something, Margo, who's our NVP, can say it verbatim, and it's the gospel, and it's just because they're tired of hearing me talk. That's all it is. I shouldn't talk so much maybe, but hey. So I do love meeting the people and listening to them and learning about them and learning their stories and seeing why they JC. And their stories are so different, but yet so similar. And it's super empowering. And I'm really loving doing this leadership live. I was super apprehensive about being live on Facebook, but seeing the people watching it every week, the same people coming back, almost like a television show. I mean, Michael's here every week. Krista's here every week. I mean, there's so many of them that are. Christy's here. It's just,
Well,
it's
you have
great.
done an absolutely amazing job with this, and it's very enjoyable to see.
It is. I mean, I'm really learning a lot. I actually built a website yesterday for our local chapter.
Wow.
Yeah. Learning a
That's
lot.
pretty amazing.
I know. We still can't figure out how to work Eventbrite, but some
Well, if you ever
websites
need help, just reach out.
definitely might have to, because we don't know what we've done to Eventbrite. But yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving just meeting the people. I mean, that has been the highlight of it all, is talking to people and getting to hear their stories.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but all right. Well, then I guess I will let you go, because it is 7:30, and I don't think we have any questions. We haven't had any questions except for Michael asking about Boyne. So then the only way I will come is if we don't let Peter drive me there, because he gave Sarah the steering wheel.
Well,
Have you seen that video?
I did see that video. Yeah, Peter was. I think that was his Oscar performance of a lifetime.
That was a great video.
Now, before you hang up on me, I do have a task for you. While you were in Boyne, you're technically in Moose Country, so you better come back. You better see if you can find another moose for me while you're there.
Okay.
And if you ever want a really good story, somebody ask Miranda about the moose in Michigan at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole reason I'm coming back, is I'm having to fulfill my ransom because of this moose, but it's fine. I loved it, so I'll come back anytime.
Well, thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Well, before we go, it's one thing that we are doing. Past President Jen Ray, who is the chair of the 100th anniversary celebration of the century, we are tasked with getting 100 inspiring stories from awesome individuals. So I would like to know your why you, JC, and how it has empowered you story.
Sure. So I started in 2009, shortly after I launched my business. So that was 100% why I joined. Why I joined JCI. My dad was actually a member back in the 70s and 80s, and he told me of this amazing young person's group that I could be a part of, where I'd be interfacing with the movers and shakers of my time. And I joined in 2009. So I joined for business and I stayed for a number of different reasons. The very first project that I actually was a part of was the children's shopping tour. And, for at that point in time, I was probably 27, 28 years old. And I didn't realize that there was actually poverty in my area. I didn't know that there was families that weren't having a Christmas. And one of the most empowering, it was one of those moments for me where it really changed the nature of how I looked at life. When, I was so focused on trying to start my business, but then I took this project on and I had this young, he was probably about 8 or 9 years old. And I took him to the store and we were doing the shopping for him to help buy Christmas presents for his family, for his mom. And I asked the kid and I said, hey, what would you want? Is there some, because we have secret shoppers that are out shopping for them. I'm like, well, what would you want? If you see something that you like, you should let me know. And he goes, I really don't want anything. This is everything that I've wanted, was just to make my family happy. And yeah, exactly. It was just like,
Yeah, don't make me cry now. Come on.
yeah, did it get windy in here? Like all of a sudden, dust storm or something coming up. But it was one of those moments where you could see this 8 or 9 year old kid whose family didn't really have anything, willing to not ask for anything themselves, but to give. That was really something that kind of changed my outlook in the way that I saw things. So that's how JCI has empowered me. And I've been, obviously dedicated to the cause ever since. And, there's a whole host of reasons why JCI, but that was one of the more compelling ones that really made me proud to be a JCI member.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that story. It was a new one that I don't know that I've heard before. I mean, I've heard several of them. So that was a good one.
Thank you.
Might make me go cry now. So, yeah. Thank God for waterproof mascara. All right. So we will let everyone off here. We will drop the links to the B4B Academy. And is that what's called? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we will drop all that. We will be releasing the information. I think he's going to give it to probably LDD Heather to release to the state presidents, who can then trickle it on down. And then we will have Serena, our legal counsel and chief of staff, next week. Krista Schaefer is going to be on next week. So we'll see y'all next Thursday.
All right. Thank you, Miranda. Bye.
All right. Bye, Jay.